I've been drinking tea made out of orange peel, chamomile flowers, natural lotus flavor, corn flour, linden flour, and lotus leaf. And it is caffeine free. Okay. I've been watching news too. And the amount of economic crap that is going on has not reduced. Oh boy. That's unreal. Preposterous nonsense. Grotesque. What causes economic collapses? Republicans. And it's more generally the right wing in any country it takes place in. The basic cycle is boom, bust, war, boom, bust, war, boom, bust, war. Yeah. And the bust part of it is done by the right wing, in this country, the Republicans. Now, after the Second World War, the economy was pretty much a matter of you have a gun and talk. You didn't have to produce anything, do anything, be able to have any skills. There was so much money around, all you needed was a gun and talk. And that basically meant lawyers and the police. So you pass a law that says you got the money, then you can go out and get it. And that's one of the ways you produce more money, wider profit margin, is you send American jobs to China. And the first thing they did with that was break the unions by giving their jobs to the Chinese. It's interesting how the lawyers introduced themselves, though, to the public. After the war, hundreds of thousands of lawyers were graduated every year for a while. And the first big public notice they got was the Hollywood movie stars who were in divorce court practically all the time during those years. And some of them were in there 4 or 5 times. And the judges handed down decisions like $2,500 a month child support. Boy, the women heard that. And so that put a hex on marriage. Made a lot of money for lawyers. And it was just getting things started. Now you get to 1980, things are not so healthy. Then they become a rampant disaster. Ronald Reagan and the blubber waves arrived at the same time. So you had a very indolent population. They got fat, lazy, had no idea how lucky they were to be living in such prosperous time. And well, the financial world is going crazy. They don't produce anything except fantasies. And it got worse and worse and worse. Finally, they reached the point where they had to send down to Washington to repeal the Glass-Steagall Act, which was passed after the Depression, the collapse in 1929, and it's supposed to prevent bankers from being frivolous with the depositors' money. And it took a while to repeal it, so they even passed a pass to the financial people so they could steal before the repeal, and it would be legal. Oh, wow. So now that's about 28 years ago, 20 or 30. They did nothing but steal till finally at the end of George Bush Jr.'s administration, the economy collapsed. They legalized a racket done by, which was housing and finance. And there's a lot of talk about everybody should own a house. The great American dream is own a house. You buy a house, you got to pay for 30 years on it. You don't own it until you got it paid for, if you ever do. The whole thing's a fake. Well, now what makes it collapse, though? So many people go broke, there's a shortage of customers. Yeah. Shortage of customers. Not a shortage of businessmen. Not a shortage of crooked commission salesmen. Not a shortage of greedy psychopaths. Not a shortage of lying lawyers, lying lobbyists, and politicians of strange beliefs. No, the shortage in customers. Customers create business. Customers create jobs. It's not something else. That's all.